Welcome, Fresh Cut podcasters. Here I am back from a long break. Your host, Wes Hood. We're going to be breaking down a couple of big topics. We're going to go, obviously, we got to talk about the largest comeback in finals history last night. We've got the Hurricanes playing really well, and we really want to touch on the Brendan Sorsby. I'll call it a scandal, I guess, whatever you want to call it. But how's it feel to be back after a long break, Cody?
Yeah, man, this is awesome, man. Good to be back. Good to be back with all the fans out there. Make sure I want to tell everybody, make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube channel, Fresh Cuts Podcast on YouTube. We're trying to get to 50 subscribers. Once we get to 50 subscribers, I'm kind of trying to mention a little to Wes about a gift card. If we hit 50, we might do a little gift card raffle out there. So make sure you subscribe, tell your friends, your family members, share it with them. Just send it over to them. Grab their own phones and subscribe to their own phones, okay? So go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's get this thing started, Wes. Let's go.
Yeah, that's right. And as always, you can hit the QR code here if you want to get any merch to help us out. We're still trying to get the studio up and going. Yep, Cody's got the red one. I got the black. As you can see, the hats are in. We've got hoodies and all that good stuff. But let's dive right in to last night's game. For those of you that did not finish watching it and turned on Friends or The Office or something, you had one of the largest differentials you'll ever see. 76 points in the first half for San Antonio, 30 points in the second half. That was the most glaring thing for me. Cody, what do you think? Was it New York's to win, or did San Antonio lose it? I know
Yeah.
it's okay, but
No. And that's been the question all day that you see on all these sports channels. Is it the epic comeback from the Knicks or is it the epic collapse from the Spurs? I'm going epic collapse from the Spurs. Like you just said, 76 points in the first half to 30 in the second half. West, they had 41 in the first quarter. That means that in the first quarter alone, they had more points and then the entire whole second half.
yeah,
They
they had
came.
a palindrome, 41 in the first, 14 in the third.
That's yeah, that's right. I mean, it's just crazy that the the whole mindset and the game plan did not change uh, from the first half to the second half. Um, we had some clients talking today. That was a big topic of the day. And so one of my clients said, well, we were talking about why did they shoot so many threes in the second half? Why did they not slow it down? Tell Victor Wembanyama to get down low, have a little bit of slower pace. And one of my clients said, well, they were hot in the first half. You can't go off the first half. Yes, you were hot in the first half, but in your own mind, you can't think that, oh man, we can keep this up for a full 48 minutes. It's impossible. And so they became really cold and they just fell apart. And the Knicks took advantage. I got to give credit to the Knicks. Guys like Jalen Brunson just consistently just going after the bucket, getting points, and OG Anunoby. Oh my goodness, that dude like Kawhi Leonard, 2019 Toronto Raptors. I mean, that dude was unreal last night. But this is on the coach. This is on the Spurs coach. You blow a 29-point lead. I don't usually see this in college, much less the pros. I was baffled last night. I was so shocked about this comeback.
I agree, and about everything that you said, and I'll just kind of piggyback on the whole 3 point thing. Like, you had to know that they weren't going to shoot whatever they shot, like 65%, 70% in the first half. And I don't mind them shooting the threes, but they seem to be taking the 3 point shots like selfishly. I don't want to see Wembanyama take a 3 point shot in the second half ever if they're up by 20 points. And there would be plenty of time left on the clock. And I know that's, old man, whatever. So when you lose by 1 point and you shoot a 3 pointer with 15 seconds left on the shot clock, the difference is that right there. If you shoot it with 1 second left, maybe you win the game by a point instead of lose it by a point. So I will say, all last night and this morning, it seems like San Antonio is not going to let it affect them. We'll see how that is. But 30 points in the second half is absolutely egregious. And so we'll see if they can bounce back. Do you think they, they get it done, or is it a wrap?
I think it's a wrap. I mean, whenever you lose a game like that, um, I just think it's just so heart wrenching. It just, I mean, literally, the Knicks just came back and just ripped your heart out. And the Knicks, I mean, they didn't play a good game. Let's not get confused.
No,
That was also one of the worst first halves we've ever seen.
just Brunson and OG.
Yeah,
That's
that's right. That's it. Two
yeah,
guys pretty much won them the game last night. So let's not just be like, oh man, the Knicks just played a great game. So they won. They came back and won the biggest comeback in NBA Finals history, and they played a bad game. I mean, that's crazy. I
yeah.
mean, we're talking about guys like Towns, your boy Towns. Shout out Carlton Towns. Showing 13 points, he don't have nothing to do. Michael Bridges, they had to take Michael Bridges out of the game, West, and put in Jose Alvarado. That's how he just disappeared. He was like in Las Vegas. He must have been playing for the Knights or something like that because he disappeared like a magician. And they had to put Jose Alvarado in. I mean,
Yeah,
like you said,
Corey McElbridge. Um,
that.
yeah, I agree, but I will say this: if San Antonio is actually as stoic as they've kind of come off, they're going back to San Antonio. You win that game, it's 3-2. Then who knows what'll happen? But speaking of 3-2, that's what we're hoping our Carolina Hurricanes are going to go tonight. It looks like always want to be careful how I say this. Bussy is going to start. I think that's
hmm
them like a big, big boost. But what did they do in the last game, Game 4, that they won't be able to get away with in this game? In your opinion, Cody?
In my opinion, you have to continue to just play consistently on offense. You got to be aggressive. I talked about it with clients today. First period in all four games, Hurricanes are the better team. They've been the better team. They've been the most aggressive team right off the bat. You look at the last game in Game 4. In a minute and 6 seconds into the game, Logan Stankoven scores a goal. And then 2 minutes after that, Jackson Blake scores a goal. So we're talking about 3.5 minutes into the game, Canes are already up 2-0 in Game 4. And then we get into the second period. Going into the second period, the Canes are up 3-1, and then by the end of the second period, it's a tied ball game. It's 3-3. All through all games, the Hurricanes have started off hot, playing great in the first period, and have been terrible in the second period. I just want to see some consistency. Now that Bussy is, he is getting in his groove. He started his first playoff game in Game 4 at Las Vegas. So back at home, this will be his second start in the playoffs, Stanley Cup final. I think this is going to be a real huge test on the rest of the guys. I'm talking about Sebastian Aho. I'm talking about Jacob Slavin, Seth Jarvis. I'm talking about, like we just talked about, Logan Stankoven, Keandre Miller. These guys got to have this guy's back because if you let, a breakaway from Vegas, anything like that, and you let a one-on-one guys with Bussy, I believe in Bussy, and I think he's going to play a good game tonight, but you can't leave him one-on-ones. You have to have you got to stay in front of the offense. You got to stay in front of them and help them out.
So that's the consistency thing I like, but I actually want to see more consistency on defense. Um,
Yeah.
they're taking shots on goal in the second period, not very good shots on goal, I will mention, but they need to play a little bit of defense, like you just said. Don't get any one on ones. Again,
Mm-mm.
let's get some little, or not a little, but let's get a goon in there to ruffle some stuff up. Let's get it nasty down there because all of Vegas's shots on goal seem to be much more high quality. I know you've heard me mention it in the barbershop a few times than Carolina's. Yes, we're out shooting them, almost 2-1, but they get much more cleaner shots and closer to the goal than we're getting. But I think tonight's game is going to come down to the defense. Just like I said, I know that's boring. I think it's actually going to be a little bit lower scoring. I've got the Hurricanes winning 4-2 tonight. So, but I think it'll probably be a last minute goal there towards the end because Vegas is fighting. But I see both teams more like a hornet's nest where they're just swarming the puck and trying to get a lot of mess going on. But who knows? I know that Carolina's favored. They've been favored in a bunch of the games here. But Cody, do you think Vegas is just going to come out two on fire, a little bit pissed off because they lost that game last night in Vegas
Yeah, oh yeah.
or
I
two nights?
mean, yeah. I mean, both teams when they come off a loss, they're ready to go. We just like you said, we just saw in Game 4 after in Game 3 they had the double overtime loss. The Kings did, and you would think, man, that's a real gut wrenching loss. Boom, they come out like I said, first 3.5 minutes, it's 2-0. They come out hot. That's what the Kings are going to have to get prepared for. Is yes, you're playing at home, and it can be very overwhelming sometimes playing at home and a lot of pressure on you. But Vegas is going to be trying to get off to a fast start. You got to be able to withstand the fast start and also be able to create opportunities for yourself in that first period. We all know that Carolina plays better when they are having the lead than when they have to fight back to like tie it up. And
Yeah.
so shout out also to Jordan Stahl, man. That last game, that was unreal. 2 goals. He's had multiple goals. He's had a goal pretty much in every game this series of the Stanley Cup Final. And most of his goals are right there in front of the goalie. He's like a big center getting
That last
rebounds.
goal was incredible.
And that last goal was unreal. I mean, literally on
Luck,
his stomach, skates. He's not even on the ice. The skates are not even on the ice, and he gets it in. And you're talking about a 37-year-old who's the captain of your team, really making some great plays. And when you needed him the most, he's really stepping up.
yeah. Speaking of fast starts, I'm going to kind of go off of something that I've been listening to you and the clients talk about in the barbershop. I think Aho gets started right off the bat, and I think he gets a goal in the first period, and they just kind of get things rolling with him. Again, I don't think it's going to be one of those games where somebody scores in the first 25 seconds or minute like it has been. I think it's going to, be chaotic, but I think both teams are going to step their defense up just a little bit. And yeah, we shall see. I've got the Canes winning tonight. What do you think, Cody?
Yeah. I'm going Canes. But I see, it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a very close game. I just want to see consistency for all 3 periods, and I want to see how Bussy does in the second start at home. I mean, the fans are going to be crazy there. The puck drops literally like right now, pretty much in a couple of minutes, and so I'm excited to see this game. But yes, I got Canes winning tonight.
Yep, as do I. And it's going to come down to defense, certainly. And speaking of defense, our boy Brendan Sorsby must have had a really good defense for this one. I know it's a little bit on the older side, but something we really wanted to touch base. There's very few times in the barbershop. Again, we base this show on being able to talk to several hundred people a week, most of them guys our age and slightly older, slightly younger, that all watch sports. And very seldom will you get a unanimous call. And we've kind of got it on this. We do not like the Sorsby decision. Um, there's going to be a bunch of pushback. I don't want to speculate too much, but Cody and I will go over that. I know I really detest it. And, there's several reasons we can go back in history on why this should not be in play. But Cody, what do you think? 2 games, the first 2 games, nonetheless, is enough for this kind of gambling?
No way. We talked about it. Like I said, we talked about it with some other clientels, especially going back with with me and you talking about the situation. And forever of sports has always been you don't want to mess up the integrity of the game. There's always been a huge red line. Don't cross this line. There's a huge red line, and that's gambling. Gambling on your sport. And whenever it comes to that, we have seen in other leagues, we have seen with Pete Rose back in the day, we have seen with other players in the NBA and in the NFL who get suspended, if not kicked out of the league, period, of a ban. But there's always been a huge line of a do not cross line. You can get a speeding ticket and still play, but you do this, you will have consequences. And we saw no consequences at all from a Lubbock judge. A lot of people are speculating. I mean, my goodness. I mean,
Yeah.
rightfully so. But 2 games is just crazy. And what blew me away was from his case. And I'm not saying that addiction's bad. No matter what it is, addiction's bad. If you have addiction, go get help. I'm not saying addiction is. I'm not. I feel sorry for people that got that stuff, but people are saying that if he would miss the season, it would be harmful to him that he would miss out on all these activities. This was the case. He
Well,
would miss out on
but it can
being a part of the team and
harm.
missing out on the facilities.
Yeah, of course.
What? Wes, let's say this. I'm gonna make up something real quick for all the audience out there. Wes, if I'm having a bad day, let's say I want to blow off some steam, and I get into a sports car, I'm like, oh man, time to go 150 down the highway. I want to blow off some steam, and a state trooper pulls me over, and I go, man, I was just blowing off some steam, man. I had a rough day at work.
Yeah,
What
I've
do you
got.
think he's gonna do?
Yeah, nothing. I mean, he's not going to give you a break, is what I mean.
Yeah, he's not gonna be like, "Oh, don't worry about that, buddy. Yeah, I'm happy that you feel a whole lot better now." No, he's gonna put me in handcuffs and give me consequences. And this is not. We don't see any consequences that he's getting 2 games against what 2 small, Power Four schools. I mean,
Yeah.
come on now.
Well, I'm glad you brought up that case because his advocators say, well, yeah, there's people that do 150 that still get to play, and there's DUIs and there's this, that, and the other. Yes, there is, but when you are betting on your own team, especially, that is a no-no. And I'll just give you a couple of examples. And again, it's all down to you could have helped these guys out by not hurting their career. But the first guy I want to bring up, very recent, is Calvin Ridley. Um, good wide receiver. He was on his rookie contract. He gets put on the non-football injury illness list. He was going through some mental illness. He places $3,900 worth of bets across across 6 different bets. Some of them were for the Falcons, but he wasn't playing. But obviously, he has insider knowledge on those things. He missed the entire 2022 season and forfeited his money. That was going to be the most lucrative year. It was going to be well over $3 million, and it got him traded from the team, or not traded, but Jacksonville picked him up, and totally different projection for his career had he not done that, had he not had those things happen to him. Stephen Smith from Arizona State back in the 90s, a college kid, takes money, $20,000 to shave points in 2 games. He won the games. He just kept the score under what it needed to be, and the other guy did. He spent a year in prison. And if you don't think that hurt his chances, he did play in the European leagues. I don't know if he would get drafted, but he was all Pac-12, and of course this is in the '90s too. So there was a Pac-12 that could play basketball. He's all a two-time All Pac-12. So that certainly affected him. And Cody, you brought up Pete Rose, who died not getting into the Hall of Fame for betting on his team or betting in general. So I think this leaves the door open for other scenarios. And where does it end? You know,
Oh
does
yeah.
organized crime? I'm not saying the mafia, but people like racketeers, do they start getting involved because it might be a slap in the wrist? So I think it's a bad precedent. And now, the Texas advocate is saying that if they do punish him, that he's going to, a big donor, that he's going to kind of rain down on the NCAA, which we know has no backbone. So just a nasty situation that we, have been monitoring here in the barbershop. And I think I speak for you, Cody. He should not play the rest of the season. If you want to try out for the NFL next year, that's fine. But I think he should have to sit the rest of his NCAA career.
Yeah, I mean, you brought up Calvin Ridley, and Calvin Ridley, like you said, he bet very little. Brandon Sorsby with multiple accounts that was not his name because at that time he was a freshman at Indiana, and uh, Wes, what is the normal freshman age of a college student?
Shit, 18, maybe 17 for him. He may have
Yeah,
reclassified. Yeah.
yeah, and you got to be 21 to gamble. You got to be 21. You got to put all this stuff in, and he across multiple family members' accounts made up to $90,000 in bets.
Yeah.
90,000. You don't think
40
that? You don't think he was not knowing what he was doing?
Right. Right. So and again, he's making them on Indiana while he's a member of the team. Sure, he's not playing, but you have knowledge of those games. And
Yeah,
you have followers. Maybe is he posting those bets? You and I do that all the time, right?
yeah.
I tell
I
you right,
mean,
if you had a buddy playing for Carolina right now, he placed a $1,500 bet on Carolina to win the baseball game. I think you would do it. Or contrary, if what were they playing Notre Dame, they, place it on them. A player,
yeah,
you would
yeah,
definitely do that. So you're tainting the whole system. It took us so long. I know this sounds bad, but as the self-proclaimed resident degenerate, it took us so long to get gambling here, and let's just keep it pure and everything. And if you start tainting it like that, they're going to take it back away from us, and we're going to have to open these stupid accounts in the Caribbean and stuff like that. So I think we need to put the hammer down on him, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. And I tell you what, I bet Texas Tech's got a good football team. He's got an opportunity to do really well. And do you think the NFL is going to be like, well, we're into more morality now and morals and stuff like that? I don't think so. So
yeah. It just blows my mind. Like I said, I know a lot of last year and even some this year. Talking about Georgia, a lot of Georgia players get a lot of speeding tickets and stuff like that, fast cars, whatever. But that is off the field. Whenever you bring it onto the field with betting and everything like that, that's just a line that you do not cross. And 2 games is just a slap on the wrist. I don't know where it goes from here. The NCAA is just 4 letters right now. There's no person that's charged. There's no commissioner. There's no president. It's just 4 letters right now. They can't do anything until possibly February for a appeal to the federal part of it. This was statewide. This was state injunction, and so he's playing this year. And this is going to be a lot of blowback. Wait till Texas Tech goes to some big away games. Oh man, you think you've seen something bad, like,
Oh yeah.
like you ain't seen nothing yet, man. They're gonna make some signs
So
that make you
if
scratch your head.
if in February they rule it, that it shouldn't have happened, they'll just vacate the wins.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They'll just cancel the season that he
Yeah,
played,
yeah. I
but
mean,
it won't hurt him at all because he's gonna
lateral.
go in the draft next year.
Yep, yep, yep. No, no telling what kind of damage they do to the college football landscape because they've got an older good. He's a good quarterback. I mean, he would do well, I would imagine. So, anyway, pretty harsh thoughts here from the fresh cutters over here. I know we like to kind of keep it light, so we'll kind of finish it up. You already heard Cody and I are both going with the Canes tonight, but I think the Spurs actually get it done on Saturday. Cody, are you sticking with the Knicks, keeping the momentum up?
Yeah, I'm going next, man. I think they finally win the championship in the first time and since 1973, a 53-year-old drought coming to an end. I think they finish it up. So I'm. It's been a great series. I tell you what, it's been a great series. Both NBA and NHL. I have really enjoyed it.
Yep. Same here. Well, like Cody said at the beginning of the show, please help us out by sharing the podcast and subscribing to the YouTube channel. And again, we're on all of the social media platforms. Like I said, I'm your host, Wes Hood. Cody, you got anything to send it off?
Uh, just enjoy the games, man, this weekend. Also big shout out to the UNC baseball team out there in Omaha. Let's go get it, boys. Let's go. Let's go far. Let's get national championship. I'm pulling for you guys.
Yeah. Yep. We all know who I'll be pulling for. And yeah, let's everybody Longhorns World Series. Who knows? Maybe Cody and I can do our first satellite show.
Live outside Omaha for national championship game.
Yeah. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Thanks again.
All right, have a good one.